This is by far the easiest trading strategy you can learn from ICT. So let's get started. What you want to find first is midnight to 8:30. You want to get this range. Let's do it like this. Okay, so we have some price action here. Doesn't matter what it is. It looks weird, but that doesn't matter. Okay, so we have this price action right here. Then you want to find the high and the low of this range. Once you get that, wait for 9:30, because I know that some of you don't want to wake up earlier or just don't have the time for it. So wait for 9:30 and wait for the price to break either side, the high or the low. Don't trade in this range. So if it breaks here, it might break before the 9:30, but that doesn't matter. You could maybe miss out on the trade, but it's like, whatever, because this happens literally every day. So high was broken. Now you want to wait for the break of structure, which would happen after the price breaks this low, after a new high, like this. Now you want to see a fair value gap formed. And if you don't know what break of structure is or fair value gap, don't worry, I will explain later in the video. So after a fair value gap formed here, break of structure, you want to wait for the price to come back into fair value gap, enter the trade in there, and target first your 5 handles, and then the low, or liquidity. So it could be, liquidity could be here or even here. So your partials should be taken here, here, and finally here. And always take 5 handles. And that could be like anywhere in here, but always take them. And now look, this chart might look like the price will get there right away, but it might take like hour or two. But you don't want to be in the trade after 12 o'clock. So it doesn't matter if the price didn't get anywhere, just it's the best for you to close before 12, because after that it's consolidation and the price might do anything. So let's look at today. The market is open right now, as you can see. And let me show you exactly what happened today. So midnight, 8:30, up, 8:30. You can go to the 5-minute chart, so it's easier to find the high and low. So high, you got the low right here at the 8:30 mark. Now go to the 1-minute chart, wait for the break of low or high. As you can see, we got the break of low here, and also 9:30. I'm gonna mark it out like this. Okay, so this is our 9:30 mark. As you can see, it broke before 9:30, but it doesn't matter because there was actually no trade relay. So 9:30 open, you see that it's still below the low of the range. Now we want to wait for the break of structure. And for those of you that don't know what break of structure is, it's basically when you get a new low and the most recent high before that, which is the most recent high. You can find it by this, like look for 3 candles with the middle one being the highest and the 2 other ones being lower than the middle one. And that's basically the most recent high. Now we want to wait for the break of structure, which happens when the whole candle breaks through this level. So it happened like basically on this candle right here. Let me close this. On this candle right here. So when that happens, you want to see a fair value gap being formed, which we got 3 of them. And what you want to do is enter on the lowest one, most preferably, but it doesn't usually come back this low like today. So what I do is try to enter on the lowest one possible. So I would never enter on this one because for me it feels like too late and chasing the price. And from experience, it usually always comes back to some of the lower ones. So your entry should be on this one, and most preferably on this one right here. Let me move this one first. Your stop loss, 5 handles maximum, which is like really the max. And your stop loss should be below the recent low. So right here, I would not enter because it's like 6 handles and I don't want to risk more than 5. So I would enter here only. If the price doesn't come back there, I missed the trade. But I didn't lose money if the trade wouldn't validate itself. So your only possible entry was here. Stop loss below the low. And targeting 5 handles first. Then you could target this liquidity here. Then you cannot see right now. You got this opening high here, which you could have also targeted, and then liquidity pools right around this. So you can see you could have targeted like a lot of levels. So first 5 handles, then you could have gotten 6 almost, 7, 8 to 9. But I always try to target 5 handles because it's like really easy and you honestly don't need more. So what I usually recommend is stopping out of the trade if the candles close below the fair value gap, which would result here in losing trade. But sometimes it's better to, don't, like hold your stop loss. And right here, it's just like 3.5 points, which isn't too bad. The trade would be 1 to 1.5 risk reward, which is like really good. Now, let's look at some other days. We can look like at the day before on the first day. It was a really great day too. So midnight, 8:30, 9:30 here. Now we get the high, we get the low here. From 9:30, the price broke here below the low. We got the new low here. And break of structure would be here if the price went above this. So didn't happen. Then new low, break of structure would be here. Didn't happen. New low. And always when you get a new low, don't like delete the recent high because it's invalidated. Or not always, but usually. So our lowest whoop accidentally went to the wrong chart somehow. I was gonna pick here. So we get the lowest low here. Now we get this high here. So the price should break above this high, and it should break with the whole candle. So these wicks, they don't count, don't enter on any fair value gap that would like could happen there. Wait for the full body to break, which happened right on this candle. Whole body was above, and we got a lot of fair value gaps. Okay, here. There's one more here, but it's like a small again. You should never enter on that. And we also got volume imbalance, which means exactly what you can see right here, that the candles have a gap between them. So if this happens, I like to enter on the fair value gap that's first closest to this one and above. And if the fair value gap is big, I like to enter on the consequent encouragement, which is the middle point of it. Now again, stop loss, maximum 5 handles. So here I would put it here because it's really far and it's below the volume imbalance, which would be my mental stop loss. So if the price would come like this, below the volume imbalance and close below it, I would close the trade right there. So it should like never come in the volume imbalance. Only some wicks can come there, but never close below. So we enter here, get our target of 5 handles here. Then we are looking for the liquidity right here. So 7 handles almost. And you can look for other ones too, like this one, this one, this one. As you can see, it hit right this one, and after end day, it also got the Judas swing to the top of the move. So also, how could you hold through the whole thing? So like right here, you could have held it. It was before 12 o'clock, so you could have held the whole thing. What I would do is managing the position. If, once again, always take partials, so 5 handles always, if you can get them. Then if you want to hold the last runner, I would hold it. But if the price would, like right here, if it would close below the volume imbalance, I would close the trade. So I hope you guys learned something. If you did, leave a like, subscribe, and see you in the next one. Thank you.